And in the city of Johannesburg, emergency services are on high alert to respond to all emergencies. And we do have EMS spokesperson Nana Radebe, who's joining us on the line for more details. Nana, Easter greetings to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Look, we just want to understand what your department will be focusing on in terms of assisting citizens during this particular time.
Afternoon, Alicia. We have had many incidents in the past where we've had people drown in rivers. That's the first incident, most of the incidents that we're looking into. We've visited most churches that would be going around into rivers, and we've given them precautions because we've had many drownings since last year, September, and around December as well. And we've also been having a lot of fires. We're also speaking to people to be very careful as they'll be home, not to use any heating sources, not to let kids use any heating sources unless they are supervised.
And there's also a current heat wave here that we're experiencing, particularly here in Johannesburg, Nana. So what kind of incident reports do you normally respond to? And what are those important numbers where those who need assistance can reach you?
I would like for people to stay hydrated as they would be going to different churches, as in this heat will experience people that would be dehydrated and would have to respond to that as well. But the number that people would have to call is 10177 and 011-359-5911. Those are our emergency numbers, and we'll be there to assist 24/7 every day.
All right. And I mean, we often hear about your teams not being able to get into certain areas or so-called hotspots for fears of either being robbed or attacked. So how can people in such areas get hold of you in order to get the necessary assistance?
We are in contact with the different CPFs in those units. They can contact those people because you find there are areas that also do not have street numbers, so where we would have to identify a school or a shop for us to go to. But we'd also like them to utilize the forums that they have, because most of the people that we are in contact with would know those particular forums, and those people can make those calls, take us to a certain school or a church where they would have to wait for the emergency vehicle.
And what is your response time like, Nana, especially in areas that we've just alluded to, like your far-flung areas or your hotspots where you still need to wait for SABs to assist you to get into that area?
It all depends on where we are and how quick do those people come. You can be in an area where the numbers are not very clear, but someone would have to travel from afar to get to a school that is identified, and that will take longer for us to respond, which is not safe as well for us maybe to leave the car and go check for those people. But we would want to meet, they might send someone to meet us there to take us to that particular house where the incident is happening.
All right. And in closing, Nana, very quickly, what are some of the challenges, the biggest challenges that you currently face with during such busy times? And how are you dealing with them efficiently? And also, before you say your goodbye, please repeat those contact numbers for us.
The contact numbers are 10177 from your phone numbers, from your cellular phone, or 011-359-5911. But would also like to urge people not to make those prank calls. One of the challenges that we deal with is prank calls. We have kids that have cell phones, have nothing to do with those cell phones. They'll make a call and say there's a house on fire on the street. We send a vehicle there only to find there's nothing happening, and would have to send back that response whilst we could have responded to an emergency elsewhere.
All right, Nana, thank you so much for that update. That is, of course, the EMS Johannesburg spokesperson, Nana Radebe, giving us tips on how you at home can also remain safe, or if you need assistance, how you can get hold of them. 10177 is that number. Alternatively, 011-359-5911.